Hello students, today I will be discussing about the theory of interference, which is the part of the first unit of paper 1, that is the physical optics and lasers for BSc 2 courses. So let us begin. Principle of superposition. Whenever two or more waves traveling through the same medium at the same time, the wave pass through each other without being disturbed. Means that's why we can easily recognize the two sound waves which are coming from two different sources. This is due to the principle of superposition. But the net displacement at any point in space of the medium at any time is simply the vector sum of the displacement due to the individual waves. Now the interference. What is interference? When two waves of the same frequency travel in approximately the same direction and have a phase difference that remains constant with time, the resultant intensity is somewhere lesser and somewhere greater than the intensity due to a single wave. That is, the intensity is not uniformly distributed in space or on the screen. This modification or non-uniform distribution of intensity is called interference between the waves. Then we have constructive interference and destructive interference. Constructive interference is when at any point on the screen or in the space the intensity is the maximum, and when we get the intensity minimum at any point on the screen, then at that point we say that the interference is destructive. Let us go through the theory of this destructive and constructive interference. Here we have two slits S1 and S2. From the two slits S1 and S2, the wave is propagating towards the screen and meet at a point P. At that point P, if Y1 and Y2 are the displacements produced by the wave displacement produced by waves from the slit S1 and S2 respectively, then Y1 can be written as Y1 equal to A1 sin omega t and Y2 is equal to A2 sin omega t, where omega delta is the phase difference between the two waves at that point P. Here we have assumed that from the two slits S1 and S2, the waves that are propagating are generated from a single source. Therefore, the frequency is the same, that is the omega. Then due to the principle of superposition, the resultant displacement y at the point P will be given as y equal to y1 plus y2. And if we place the values of y1 and y2 from equation 1 and 2, and use the simple mathematics, then y comes out to be equal to a1 plus a2 cos delta multiplied by sin omega t plus a2 sin delta multiplied by cos omega t. If we replace a1 plus a2 cos delta by r cos theta and a2 sin delta by r sin theta, where r and theta are new parameters, then obviously we can see that the resultant displacement y can be given by equation 3, that is y equal to r sine omega t plus theta. Here now r becomes the amplitude of the resultant wave at the point P, and theta the initial phase. Then the resultant intensity at a point P is given by I equal to r square. Here we know that the intensity is proportional to the square of the amplitude, and we have taken the proportionality constant equal to 1. Therefore intensity is equal to r square. Therefore the resultant expression for the resultant intensity at the point P is given as I equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1a2 cos delta. The relation between the phase difference, path difference, it is very important. If the path difference between the two waves is lambda, the phase difference is equal to 2 pi, and therefore for a path difference x, the phase difference delta will be given by delta equal to 2 pi by lambda into x. Now we have two cases. The special case 1, which gives the condition of maxima and produces the constructive interference. For phase difference delta equal to 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, or in general 2n pi, that is the even multiple of pi. Then using the above relation between the path difference and phase difference, we can have the expression, the values of path difference correspondingly x equal to 0, lambda, 2 lambda, n lambda, or in general we can say that the path difference is the even multiple of lambda by 2. Then from equation 8 we can find the expression for intensity as I equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2, which gives I equal to a1 plus a2 whole square. We get the maximum intensity at the point, and which is more than I1 plus I2. You can realize that if a1 and a2 are same, say it is the amplitudes are equal to a for the two waves, then intensity I will be equal to 4a square. Obviously you can find here the intensity is 4 times the intensity, the resultant intensity is 4 times the intensity produced by us, by a wave coming from any of the slit at that point P. Now in special case 2, condition for minima, we get the destructive interference. For phase difference delta equal to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, or in general you can say delta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi, that is the odd multiple of pi. The corresponding path difference x is given as lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, or in general 2n plus 1 lambda by 2 are the odd multiple of lambda by 2. In the equation for intensity from equation 1, we find I equal to a1 square plus a2 square minus 2a1 a2, or you can write it as I equal to a1 minus a2 whole square. We get here the minimum intensity at the point at that point P, which is less than I1 plus I2. For a special case, if you have the same the waves have the same amplitude, say a1 equal to a2, both have the value equal to a, then intensity I becomes 0 at that point. means there is a darkness, or if we, for the sound waves there is no wave. Thus as we move on the screen, the path difference between the two waves change gradually, and there is a variation in the intensity of light being alternately maximum and minimum. This pattern of alternate maximum and minimum dark intensity is known as interference fringes. Now we will discuss about the fringe width. Fringe width is the distance between two successive bright fringes or two successive dark fringes. Here on the screen you will find such type of pattern, that is the strips of brightness and darkness on the screen, and the interference pattern, the fringe width is constant for all fringes, and also the fringe width is independent of the order for all fringes, and also the fringe width is independent of the ordered fringe. Let us see how it is. What is the theorem behind this? Now, in this figure, S1, S2 are two slits from where the waves are propagating towards a general point Q on the screen. Then the path difference at the point Q between the two waves, obviously. Therefore, if we subtract the two expressions, we get S2Q square minus S1Q square equal to 2 times 2x into d by 2. If you solve this difference, you can find this. Under the approximation, capital D, that is the distance between slit and the screen, is much greater than the values of x and d. S2Q minus S1Q approximately equal to capital D. Therefore, in the second bracket we will write S2Q equal to D and also S1Q equal to D, and therefore we will find the expression for path difference, that is S2Q minus S1Q, denoted by delta as x small d upon capital D. Now we will discuss the two cases for bright fringes and the dark fringes. The path difference for the bright fringe must be equal to n lambda, that is delta should be equal to n lambda. If we will put the value of delta here, then xn d upon capital D minus is equal to n lambda. And if we get the difference xn plus 1 minus xn, we get the width of the bright fringe, which comes out to be equal to lambda capital D by small d. In the second case, that is the case for the dark fringe, the path difference delta should be equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. We get the width of the dark fringe as xn plus 1 minus xn, which again comes out to be equal to lambda capital D upon small d. Thus we find that the bright fringe have the same width as the dark fringe has. Therefore, the fringe width is constant for all the fringes. Therefore, the fringe width is denoted as beta, and its expression comes out to be equal to lambda capital D upon small d. And also we can find that the fringe width is independent of the order of the fringe. Dear students, these were all about the interference theory and fringe width. Please see the video and try to make your notes properly according to the explanation. Thank you so much.